Are we live yet? Oh, it's setting up. Give me a minute.
Such a professional program you got here,
Right.
Wayne.
Well, I was going to do it before they came on, but you know,
Looking for some new
you guys are
podcasts to listen to? Well, look no further than the Rat Salad Review Network. Rat Salad Review is taking over the podcast world with plenty of shows to choose from within their network of entertaining programming, including the flagship show, Rat Salad Review, with Wayne Noon, Greg Noggle, and Lou Mavs, as well as occasional co-hosts Manny Mejias and James Lilquist. We also have the official Rat Salad Review spin-offs, such as Album vs. Album, Screams from the Grave, where we discuss beloved yet forgotten hard rock and metal albums of the past, and a King Diamond podcast called This Broadcast Belongs to Them. We've also got Old Man Metal's Music, The Right Opinion with Harrison Bergeron, Beyond Bushido, a podcast dedicated to pro wrestling and MMA with James Lilquist and Eric Adams. No relation to the guy from Manowar or the mayor of New York City. The Vieira Vault with Ralph Vieira.
Schmack-a-magob!
Schmack-a-magob to you too, Ralph. The Timo Tolkki podcast featuring Stradivarius and Avalon founding member Timo Tolkki. The BS Sessions with Mark and Jerry. Just the Cheese, Please, a podcast dedicated to cheesy films of the 1980s with Tara J. and Adam. The Friday Night Party with the great Harry Barnett and Evie. And the Music is Life podcast with Lou Mavs. The Rat Salad Review Network is your go-to one-stop shop for the best podcasts out there today. Go to ratsaladreview.com for more info. And to find out where you can find, follow, subscribe, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and all streaming platforms. The Rat Salad Review Network. We're taking over.
With your hosts, Wayne Noon, Greg Noggle, and Lou Mavs.
what's up, and welcome to Rat Salad Review. Hey guys, what's up?
Much, man. How you doing, brother? How's it going?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Today we are joined by Tom and Steve from the band Held Hostage, right?
Scott.
And-
Tom and Scott.
Oh, Scott. What did I say? Steve, right? No, you know what? I'm talking to so many people today. I'm all over the place.
We don't care. We'll call him Steve. He needs a
All right, we'll
cheat
call you
sheet.
Steve. All right,
It's worse.
Tom and Steve. No, Tom and Scott from the band Held Hostage, and you put an album out called Epic. It's on digital here, so I have it on my phone.
Yeah.
And you put that out 2019, right?
Well, digital in 2019 or 2020, it was released physically.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. And you got Tim Ripper Owens on there.
Yeah, he's doing the album for us. Yeah.
Yeah, and now is he like an official member of the band now? Because I was trying to find some information about you guys online, but there's not really too much. But
Well, Tim isn't an official member, but he just sang our new record. We've got another album coming out here, Great American Rock, and Tim's actually the lead vocalist on that too. And he does live shows with us too. He comes out and does all Held Hostage stuff with us.
oh, all right, really
Good
cool.
friend, and you never know what happens in the world, you know.
Exactly. How'd you get in touch with him?
Our manager knew him, and when we were getting ready to do the Epic album, we were looking for the right singer, and I wanted to bring out a great singer, and he suggested Ripper. And after talking to Ripper and singing him a couple songs like Lightning and things, Ripper said this is a great fit for him, and he did a great job on the album for us. We're very proud to have him on there.
Yeah, it does really
It
good.
did well for us. I mean, we sold thousands of copies of that record. We're pretty happy with it,
Really cool.
even during a pandemic.
Which is very surprising. I mean, but it is good though, because a lot of bands don't know what to do during this whole pandemic thing, and and thankfully now shows are starting to come back, but even those are starting to get canceled here and there. But things
Don't put that evil on me, Wayne. Do not put that
I know.
evil on me.
Why
I've
got
got
show coming up?
next month. I got Louisville. The Tool better survive. Okay.
All right, yeah, all right. I hope you're right then. But yeah, so hopefully does the show stay. Do you guys have any shows coming up anytime soon, or what do you guys
We're
doing?
going to start back out in May. We're going to release the album probably mid to end of May. We're in the middle of negotiating with a couple different record labels. We're changing record labels. We're happy with Metal Mania Records. They did a pretty good job for us, but we're actually stepping up to a bigger label right now, and we'll have that finalized, I think, probably next week. Yeah. And the next week we'll be able to announce who our new label is, but it'll be a good one.
All right, cool.
Will you be announcing that on Facebook, or where will you be? Where will the fans be able to see that?
They'll probably see it through our publicist. Our publicist will put it out, brave words all over and stuff, but we'll have it on Facebook too. But we're gonna follow what the record label publicist tells us to do. We've got a guideline set out, what we're going to do in the timeline, I should say. We're pretty happy with what's happening with us. We've got some nice videos going and lots of different things. Our new album it's really kick-ass. I mean, that's all I can say is it's diverse. It's a side of Ripper people have never seen. And even in the end, the last track we brought on an old friend, Joe Lynn Turner from Deep Purple and Rainbow. He sings one of our songs too. So Ripper's on 10. We have an instrumental for the 11th, and we brought in Joe Lynn Turner for the 12th.
Wow, really cool. Now, how'd you get to be friends with him?
We met Joe, we did some shows in 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And Joe, we do a lot of patriotic stuff. We do a lot of raise money for the military. And Joe had been on a USO tour, and we were talking to him, and he sang our song, Show Me the Way Back Home. And we're donating all the money to the Vietnam veterans. Matter of fact, we just built, last year, we helped build a memorial in upstate New York for the Vietnam Veterans, Chapter 704. We raised like $75,000 for them through concerts and music sales and helping those guys out. That's the real American heroes. Those guys are military, man.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, it's really you guys do a lot of stuff like that. Is there like a reason behind it? Like, were you guys in the military, or you're?
Well, my brother was a Vietnam veteran. When he came home, he talked. My whole family was military. And, and my brother came back from Vietnam and told people spitting on him. They only spit on him once because then he knocked their teeth out.
Yeah.
But it was just horrible. Come back to be called baby killers and everything else. When they thought they were over there, thought they were doing what was right for defending our country.
Right. Yeah.
They were treated badly, and so I just think they really need to. People need to appreciate what those guys did and what those guys been through, and they're all dying off now at that age. They're in their 70s, 80s, and so that we wanted to honor those guys, and they were pretty good. We played out in California with the Metal Allegiance band. We did a dedication to the Vietnam veterans, and the place went crazy.
Oh wow!
The guys from Metal Allegiance were really cool. Dave Elson, all those guys. Mike Portnoy had a great show out there. They brought us on as their direct support act, and we were there for the NAMM show. And happy that we could help them veterans out and do something for them.
You guys gonna be doing any more things around the VFW halls around the upstate area, or because I know there's a lot of people. It's unfortunately it's the same situation with Iraq and Afghanistan. Knowing from personal experience, the trials and tribulations those guys are going through is kind of similar. Dealing with a conflict of no objective, victory or anything like that. So, you guys going to be continuing doing that for those guys since unfortunately Vietnam is.
There's another subject that we've taken on is suicide. We've taken that on. It's not just for veterans, but for everybody. We had a couple former members that committed suicide, and I have a good friend out there that's an Iraqi vet, and actually we're helping him record, and we're helping him. And he had went through some troubled times, and we're proud to help him out. But our new song, Rise, it'll blow you away. It's heartfelt, and it's a side of Ripper the world's never heard before. And I mean, it's a great rock ballad, and we're planning on doing something with that to help the veterans too.
This song will grab you. It will.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Is this like a brand new song? Because when I'm looking through the Amazon Music, and I saw an older album, Fallen Heroes. Oh no, Fallen Brothers. Sorry.
Yes.
Yep. Now I noticed that a lot of those songs were on this new album, Epic too. So are these all new songs that you got on?
All brand new songs that are coming on Great American Rock. So the Fallen Brothers was an album that we recorded in our home studio.
Right.
And it sold a couple thousand copies. And we said, Jesus, so we took 5 songs off that and put them on the 12 song on Epic. But that was with our old singer and old band. That was just something we just did for the hell of it. And it took off, and we got radio airplay around the world. We're just screwing around with it, And,
yeah.
They said, Jesus, we better go back in and cut these the right way,
Right.
But all Great American Rock is all brand new songs and stuff. And I think
It's pretty powerful.
yeah.
Cool. Can't wait to hear it.
I mean, it's like everything. It's like from Tom Petty meets freaking Metallica. The album is so diverse. I mean, Ripper was blown away by the songs.
All right, cool. Who's the main songwriter? Does Ripper write some of the lyrics too, or you?
No,
you
right,
guys?
I'm the main songwriter. Scott wrote one of the songs with us, the master. But usually I write the songs. But I'm trying to get this guy to write too.
He's going.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to write lyrics. I mean, I'm terrible at writing lyrics because I have my own band too. So it's like, yeah, when we started doing our first album, I was like kind of stumped on like, what do you write about, And it's kind of hard to like pick a subject,
Well, that's see, like I've told these guys I wanted to write an iconic riff, and the song "The Master," when you guys hear it, it comes out with this iconic, great guitar riff I came up with, and it's about addiction. Everybody's got an addiction in life, whether it's alcohol, drugs, women, sex, whatever it is. And it's a demon that we're all fighting. That's what the song "The Master" is about.
And the whole process, it's like, oh, we had that. We didn't have a name. We didn't know what was here. All right, we got this song. Okay, let's call it this. And then the lyrics just came. It was like in about 10 minutes.
Right.
And it just happened. It wasn't forced. It just kind of happened, and put it all together. And Ripper just,
He finishes off.
oh my gosh, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
See Wayne, what happens when you watch movies other than Motorama? You actually get this thing called inspiration. You make these things called lyrics,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Wayne, a good point he brought up. I once read that Paul Stanley wrote Tears Are Falling in 10 minutes during a plane takeoff.
Yeah.
He can write something that bad and make it a hit. You should be good, dude.
So that now you guys have been around a pretty long time, since I think like 1984-ish, right?
I started the band in 1984. Scott and I went to school together, known each other. When did you join?
What about six years ago?
Yeah. So I was
7 years ago.
I went through a divorce, and I was out touring with Eddie Money and everything else with Held Hostage. We were doing a lot of stuff, and I was a single dad, so I quit the music business for a while. I told everybody I was going to come back, and I ended up I went to real estate and did very well for myself. I actually ended up buying a real estate company and sold it. But I came back and I talked with my friends like Ross the Boss and Eddie Money before he passed away. I told those guys I'm all coming back into music. And when I left, they said, you'll never do it. And I came back. When I came back, Ross called me and said, hey, come to New York City and open for me. So we took a tour bus down there, sold out a bus, 55 people on it within an hour. We went down to New York City. We rocked the place. And ever since then, and next year later, Ross and us, we all did a New York or United States tour with the Whale Blast.
Yeah. Really? Wow.
Incredible. And we did. When Man of War was playing, I was out on their Fighting the World tour. We were doing direct support for Man of War United States for Fighting the World. And
oh, really?
The drummer, Scott Columbus, was actually my drummer for Held Hostage. And they were looking for a drummer, and I introduced Scott to them. I said, and the guys in the band were all pissed off at me. I said, listen, right now we're playing clubs. Scott's ready for Coliseums. We'll get our shot.
Right.
Don't be babies about it. Be happy for him. When I told him, I said, hey, Scott didn't even know I got him the audition with Man of War. And he's telling us, he's going, holy shit, guys, I got this great band and I'm going to be going to Europe and we're doing an album. I said, yeah, I know. You're welcome. You got to do it right for people. Man.
So you got the alternate version of Eric Adams, whereas I got the great value version of Eric Adams.
Oh, really?
My co-host for my podcast, he actually took his name from the Man of War singer. So
okay, yeah, I know. We know Eric, Joey, all those guys. Like I say,
Voice.
Eric's got a great voice. Yep, we toured with those guys, partied with them, and had a lot of fun. Like I say, when in the United States, they called us and put us on tour with them, so that was nice. And we're happy.
Yeah. Any crazy Man of War stories?
Yeah, but we don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
You guys are all married, we had some wild parties. That's all I can say is we had some crazy wild ass parties. Those guys knew how to party.
Right. Yeah.
Plausible deniability. I like it. Somebody did take some lessons.
Yep. Denying demand proof.
Yeah. Right. And so you said you toured with Eddie Money. Anything with him? Like, what did you?
Eddie was a crazy. Well, Eddie. So what happened with Eddie is he was in New York State, and he Held Hostage we were opening for him, and he loved the band. So he said, "Jesus Christ!" He said, "I got 6 more shows out here," and we took off. He says, "You guys want to go on tour?" We said, "Sure." So we heard all these tours. Eddie would try to get you fucked up before you played. Okay. He would come out there with shots and everything else. And the last night, here's the story. I'll tell you, last night I played with Eddie in Syracuse, New York. I talked his roadie into giving me shots of water. You know, he's doing vodka and I'm doing water. I got him some damn shit face before he went on stage. So he ended up calling me on the stage. I didn't even know the song Two Tickets to Paradise. I'm up there just rocking and jamming. He pulls me out there last night, but it was a crazy time. Things like that you don't forget. But I remember getting his ass drunk.
Yeah, wow, that's really
He deserved it all the times he got us drunk. Because I was like, now we don't drink before we play, but I was like, back then it was a party, you know.
Cool. And did you stay in contact with him like over the years?
I did for a while, and then when I left the music business, you know, and he continued on. I just, you know, I became a father, and I had to keep my focus on my son. And I said once he grew up, which he did, great kid. I'm a grandfather now, believe it or not, a young grandfather, guys.
Yeah, I know. I have to say, okay, I don't.
But I love it. You know, life is good, and we're back. We're having more fun than we've ever had in our life. And right now, we've got. When I said I was leaving Metal Mania Records, which was MBD Entertainment Group, I had 10 record offers within the last month from record companies to us, you know, because they knew. I said, I'm going to write the most diverse album I've ever done. And to bring Ripper back on board for the second album. And now he's got a feel for Held Hostage. And since he's played so many live shows with us too, it's been great. I mean, you talk about a Man of War show, you know, Ross the Boss. Well, was it 2 years ago, last year?
Year and a half.
Yeah. Year and a half ago during the lockdown, we did an outside show. We had Ross the Boss on there and Mark Lopes and Ripper Owens all together all doing Held Hostage stuff the whole night. Yeah.
Wow.
We had a blast. You know, they all came out and did a sold out crowd, and we donated all the money to the first responders and healthcare workers. Yeah. So it was a nice benefit.
It was quite a thing to pull that off at the time.
Yeah.
And we had to have the right venue and the right setting, and everything worked. And, you know, everybody just pitched in and did what we had to do. And
we could sell 500 tickets and we sold them out.
And it was,
but to bring Ross, think about it, Man of War, you know, Judas Priest and Held Hostage all on the same stage. It was a great night, man. It was a lot of fun.
And everybody needed that night out at that point in time. I mean, you're just craving for something, and it was just well received.
Because everything was locked down.
Yeah.
Right.
Stir crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. It was,
Yeah, definitely.
good time.
So you're talking about the diversity of this new album. What inspiration did you guys take? Were you guys listening to certain bands, or did you guys get like any inspiration from anything prior to making the album?
True to life stuff is what I was writing about. True to life stuff. I always write about what's happened in life, like watching people go through suicide. And just here's a quick story about the suicide song. On a Friday night, I sit down and I'm thinking about the guys that had killed themselves, you know, and committed suicide, and about my friend that's, you know, he's going through a rough time. I sit down, I pick up the acoustic guitar, I write the whole song. Go to sleep. 9 o'clock in the morning, my phone rings on Saturday morning. And there's this lady, her name is Joanne Longley. She says, "Hi, is this Tom Collier from Wildest?" She says, "Yes." She says, "You know, I heard you guys are a really good band." She goes, "I wanted to reach out to you because I'm the head of the Suicide Prevention Center, and we're doing an outdoor concert. We want to know if Held Hostage would come and headline this." And I go, "Are you kidding me?" She goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "Last night I wrote a song called Rise about suicide. What are the chances of that happening?"
Yeah.
We pulled it off. We did her outdoor concert for the summer, and it was a great fundraiser for her. You know, we did very well. But I mean, it was just too ironic something like that happened.
Very cool.
Well, it's also needed to be pointed out there. I'm sorry, Wayne, for coming in there, but this is kind of a topic for me because, you know, it hits kind of close with my unit suffering from it. But, you know, it's good to be giving people options and everything to show that it's not just your lonely battle, because from what I remember, the line that's best for me was suicide is a short-term choice to a long-term problem.
Yep, absolutely.
And, you know, so to deal with it that way, you know, it doesn't help fix the issues that are going on. And you know, people, and I know it's a very difficult decision. My unit has gone through 4 of them this past 3 years. So it's been a difficult situation, but it's a thing that I'm glad that you guys are doing something about it.
And to bring Ripper into the spotlight, and our new publicist is a pretty brand. I mean, everybody we're working with, a new record label and stuff. I mean, they're coming behind this band, and they were just in love with what we've done and the cause and stuff. Because I'm not looking to make any money off that song. I will donate every penny for that song if it helps one person. It's worth it. I wrote that song. That's the way I look at it. I consider it a gold platinum record if it stops one person from committing suicide.
Yeah. Cool. I hope it does, you know, I hope it does, you know, make some kind of impact too, and it helps out a lot of people. Now, Scott, what's your background with coming into music
Oh,
and into the band?
Different facets of music throughout the years. Actually, Tom and I, we used to jam together before Held Hostage. When we were
Really?
kind of out of school, and I was involved a lot in sound engineering and different things at that time with a lot of the guys around. Actually was around Man of War back when Scott had joined the band, and independently, Tom and I had always been friends since school, but separate story. I found out Scott's in the band, found out Tom hooked it up. I knew Scott, and Tom, so there was a great connection, and Ross and Joey and Eric, those guys were around, and at the time I was in college, I had a radio station. Those guys would come in, sit in on the radio station, and those are the early days of Man of War. I mean, right when Into Glory Ride came out, and there was a lot around in this area at that time. I mean, the Rods were around. I mean, we always
Ronnie Dio.
yeah. I mean, he just got into Black Sabbath. So there's a lot of things that way, and I always was involved in different things. And like Tom took time off to raise his son, and my daughter, they're the same age. We'd run each other at school, different things. And, even our parents had some different things where we crossed paths through the years. It was almost like a parallel thing. Both of us are.
He's much older than I am.
Yeah.
It looks a lot.
In a couple of years. Yeah. I'll catch you in a couple of years. So we kind of had a parallel thing. And all of a sudden, my daughter got married,
My son got married. Yep.
Yeah. So we had a mutual.
Not to each other, right?
No.
No, jeez. It's bad enough having him in the band and seeing him.
Yeah, I have something to say about that. Yeah, but we had something happened. We had a mutual business situation, and I said, "Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Want to play some guitar?" Yeah, he says, "Come on over." What was that?
Yeah,
7, 8, 9 years ago.
So he came over and started playing guitar, and I'm a drummer too. So I would drum while he played guitar, and I made him learn the songs on guitar while I was drumming. I forced him to learn them. I said, "You're gonna learn the whole song.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn every Held Hostage song."
He says, "Here." So so it was a process, and we've had a lot of fun. And at our age, it's like, hey, let's see what we can do. Let's have some fun with this.
Yeah, music is for someone of any age, really. I'm in my 40s, and I had a band back when I was in my 20s, and I was hoping for it to last forever, but obviously, shit happens and they don't. They just stop. And then in my 40s, I made another band. Now we're making music again, so it's just keep going.
The cool thing is that we like all the same music. We listen to all the stuff, the music.
That
is
music.
Oh yeah.
We're at a lot of the same concerts all the time.
Yeah. Van Halen, Foghat,
Judas Priest,
numerous times. Iron Maiden.
Yep.
It's just on, and the various forms of Sabbath. We were fortunate to be able to see that.
Every form of it.
It's just So all those things kind of go into who Held Hostage is. I think everybody, as the years go by, you take all that stuff in, and then it just becomes who you are. You just draw on all those different influences from all way back.
We were big Rods fans, and Carl Kennedy ends up drumming with us. The Rods drummer. When I needed a drummer, call him. Carl comes out and drums with us. He sees the band. It was just kind of we've had what a whirlwind. We're connected with a lot of the bands from the Priest. Jesus.
We did a show with Molly Hatchet.
Wow.
Quiet Riot,
all those
Yulee
guys.
John Roth. Just incredible.
And Joe, of course, Joe Linter.
Yeah, exactly. And so it just, that's what music's about to me.
Yeah,
Put all
definitely.
this together and let's go rock the fucking place.
Rock and help people.
Yeah. Well,
amazing is when I put together Held Hostage, it was to help people too.
Yeah.
That was the premise.
And that's always been
And I've raised almost $1 million helping family and people out. And that's more important. Wow. I tell people, if you're in it for the money, you came for the wrong reason. But we've been blessed and we've been lucky because we have survived and we've made a living off from it. But we've also been able to help people. And that's the most important thing. Is to go out and give somebody, when somebody's house burns down, and you go and you buy their clothes and their food, and you're able to help them out with rent for a year, things like that. You don't forget that,
Right.
But
Yeah.
you do it because you want to do it too, and that's the other thing. We don't do it for the recognition. We do it because we want to do it.
Right. Yeah, and that's the right way to look at it. There's a lot, like you said, a lot of bands just do it for the money, and for what reason, really, especially like now in today's world, like even like with the Spotify thing going on right now, with everybody leaving Spotify, apparently. But nobody's making money on digital sales, and record sales are down, and CD sales and stuff are down too. So it's hard to make money anyway. So why not have fun at least playing music, but you can also help people on the side. That's awesome. Absolutely.
Once the song Rise gets out there, I'm going to contact the Suicide Hotline and see if they'd like to use that. And I think that it's a song that will appeal to everybody from country to heavy metal. And as a matter of fact, when we're done, I will email you that song as long as you don't release it.
I will not share it. No, I always get songs. I promise people.
The gentleman that's a veteran. I want you to. Will you send that forward behind him?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
actually, I'm still active. So
Okay. Well, I still want you to listen to this song.
Absolutely.
You promise me you won't send it to anybody. The record company will kill
yeah. All my connections. Yes, exactly. Here in Knoxville. Yeah, I'll send it right to Dolly.
Yeah, there you go. We just don't want to release. That's all. We're gonna. Our record label will be upset.
Cool. I can't wait to hear it. So since the band's been around so long, did you ever record anything like early on? Like, do you have any demos or anything?
Yeah. So I actually have a recording from the 80s that I did with Scott Columbus. And then in the 90s, I recorded with him again before he died. But we released the song Rockin' the Night Away, took it on cassette tape to all the radio stations around, and it went to number 41 in the nation.
Oh, wow.
That tape,
Wow.
the Rock Shop, all these places picked it up. It was really cool. But back then it was cassette tapes. And I drive around and they play it, We used to drive around here locally and they play us on the local stations all the time, all the FM stations and stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it was hard work though, because we went and did that.
Right.
Well, it was a different time. You couldn't. There was a different way of distributing music back then.
Yep.
There's nothing. There wasn't this newfangled internet thing going on. So.
Yep, absolutely. You had to drive around with them,
So actually, I had a question about that. So when you were just starting, what was the wildest place you guys ever had to play at?
Oh my God. Holy shit. So we no. I can tell you, we were out. Before we went to all original, we were doing like Judas Priest covers and things like that. So we get booked at this place, Chimney Bluffs Tavern is called. Little fucking hole in the wall. Excuse my language. We go in there and we're like, they're playing Your Cheating Heart on there by Hank Williams Jr. And it says this guy, we need to move the pool table. And he says, spits on the floor, says, ain't nobody moving this pool table, son. I said, listen, we're here to play. He says, I ain't moving the pool table for us. I said, well, you got about 20 minutes to finish your game. I go to the owner and I says to the owner, I said, look, man, these fucking people won't let us see. We're a rock band. We're a heavy metal band. What do you do? She goes, I'll just give it a try. I said, we're going to get paid, right? She said, yeah. So we go in there and I'll never forget this. They're all up front with us. They got their cow shit on and shit. We're all farmers to ourselves. But I mean, we're going, what the hell are we going to do? So I looked at him and I said, there's this drunk guy over there named Peanut. It's his birthday. So we're going to do C and G and bring Peanut on here and get Peanut up here. He's up there screaming, Peanut's drunk. And we're just, finally he gets off the stage and we just go right into green Model A sheet. By that time, they're all up there front going, yeah, screaming, yelling. I said, I can't believe it. We left her and they're like, you guys got to come back. And I'm thinking, we ain't never coming back. This thing, yeah, we'll be back, thanks. But some booking agent booked us out in the middle of nowhere. We're like, holy shit. But that was one of the craziest places.
straight out Blues Brothers with the chicken wire.
We just didn't have the chicken wire. That was the only thing that I could forget that. When the guys in the band were like, what are you going to do? I said, Peanut's going to sing with us. C and G, and the drummer just back there. I said, just do a short beat. He must have sang that song for 20 minutes. Peanut's drunk.
Oh my God.
Oh boy, yeah, that was one of the craziest times. I'll never forget that place. Yeah.
That's too funny. I should have made Peanut part of the band.
Next time we're coming out, they helped us load our gear and everything. We're like,
really?
oh yeah, we thought they were going to trash it.
All because you didn't move the pool table.
No, they did move it for us, but we didn't move while we were shooting this game. He's like, you ain't moving that pool table. I was like, good God. We had to. That was the whole stage, was the pool table. Like, we had the pool, it was moving. was like, are you kidding me? I mean, we've been playing big stages and shit. I'm like, we pull up to the place and said, this time as big as our rehearsal hall.
Jeez.
But we had fun. We made it.
That's all that matters. You had fun. You
Yep.
made it. You made it work.
Thank God Peter was drunk.
And then what's the best show you've played?
I would have to say the Metal Legion show in California. And we had a lot of great shows, but so we went out there and I never forget when we walked on the stage, you know, all the guys from Metal Legions were there and we started playing and crowd went crazy. It was a sold out show, 3,000 people. And by the time we were done, Dora, Dave Elfson, Mike Portnoy, all those guys were on the side stage where they came out to watch us. The crowd was going crazy. And we come off the stage and I'll never forget Dave Elfson grabs my hand and says, you guys fucking rocked. And the manager steps in front of me and he says, I'd pay to see you guys. You guys are one of the best bands I've ever seen. I can't believe I've never heard of you guys. I'm like, thank you. He goes, no, I'm serious. I would pay to see you guys. And every one of them guys from Metal Legion thanked us as we were watching. They were getting ready to go on stage after us, but it was a really cool show. I would say that was one. We had some great shows. I mean, Philadelphia, we had a great show in Philadelphia too, but I'd say the Metal Legion show was really good. And then we got a bunch of endorsements the next day at the NAMM show. All these companies endorsed us, which was nice.
Wow. Really cool. Awesome. Greg, you got anything? Oh, I know. Greg, you mentioned that song Tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say they actually answered, Tom did, and Scott, between the two of them, all my questions just in talking I had about the new album. But who did the Bonscott impersonation? Because that was great, super cheeky. I dug it.
Crept up them bedroom stairs. Really cold in there. She asked me to come in, and I smiled with my wicked grin. The moon was raising in the sky. My blood was running red hot.
Bonscott was one of my favorite singers of all time. So yeah, that was me. And
That was awesome, Tom.
Ripper sang it, and then I did the Bonscott.
Yeah, we had a discussion about that. We were trying to figure out who it was while we were like, all of us were listening. We were all messaging. So like, okay, who's gonna ask the question? Who's gonna ask the question?
Yeah, that was me. Yeah, we used to do that. The crowd was going crazy. We get the crowd chanting tonight, and I say, any Bon Scott's fans out there, and we get them going.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
that is a great song. I mean, people just plug into that, and it's just a lot of fun.
And that's about going out and, back in the 80s, going out and having fun. I mean, AC/DC had their whole lot of Rosies. We have our Tonight's Tonight. Because our old singer was,
Bonscott was his guy.
It was his guy, but he would drink and, love the guy, but there'd be a beautiful girl here and there'd be a whole lot of Rosie here. And somehow he ended up with a whole lot of Rosie.
That's called a wingman. All right.
Absolutely. So I said, okay, see. Yeah, we should. We had a lot of fun though. Yeah, back the early days of Held Hostage. It was crazy. Yep.
And we lost him.
Yeah, we just lost him last year. Yep.
Oh, really? Oh,
We did a great benefit and
Yeah.
tribute to him, and
Yeah.
we actually raised the money for his funeral, and we're very proud that we were able to help his daughter out. And
Yeah.
gave her a little bit of head start in life too.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, sorry to hear about that. That's terrible.
Part of life as we get older, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yes, I know. Unfortunately, what was I going to say? I'm losing. I just lost it. Damn it! I hate when that happens. I don't know. It doesn't matter now.
It's called getting old.
It's
Wayne.
called, yeah, it is.
He is in his 40s now.
Yeah, he's younger.
I am.
Yeah. Everyone loses their mental faculties at different age. Wayne's just really early.
And then James just keeps talking and makes it worse.
Oh, you're all blame the young guy. Got it. Yeah.
There you go.
You're not that. We have discussed this. Greg's actually younger than you, James.
What's that?
You're younger than James.
Yes, I am. But I was going to say, regardless, I'm younger than both of you, but I don't think either one of you could either top the time I saw that commercial for Fruity Pebbles with marshmallows. Now, mind you, an amazing product. Forgot we were doing the show and went to Walmart to get a box.
Yes, I will never let you forget that.
A joke impossible without marijuana.
Oh, it was definitely involved. I know it's not really a joke. It totally happened.
I was trying to keep the kayfabe going, but hey, you know what? Freaking, expose the business.
Yeah. We're doing a podcast and I'm like, where's Greg? And then after we're done with the show, because I said, you know what, he's not here now, so let's just do the show and get it over with. And then it was over. Oh, I forgot, I was getting cereal.
And listening to Venom, you can't beat that.
Can't beat that. Since you mentioned Bonscott, favorite AC/DC Bonscott era album?
Oh God, I have to say, I loved early Bonscott. Before the Highway to Hell album was a great. Highway to Hell was a great album. Like Problem Child, songs like that.
Was it the Live Wire?
The Live Wire, yep.
Yeah,
And,
TNT.
Let There Be Rock.
Yeah.
We did TNT as a tribute, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, we did. We don't do any cover tunes. We did TNT at our singer's wake for him. Went out. We had to throw an AC/DC song in there for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, the old Bon Scott was just really cool. I mean, the guy was a nutcase, man. I don't know if you've watched anything about him, but
yeah. We're all AC/DC fans.
Oh,
yeah, we're all
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. Well, you know that Ripper does Bon Scott in Australia. He goes into AC/DC tribute. Well, he was before the COVID, but in Australia, he toured in Australia as a Bon Scott. The guy can sing anything.
Had no idea.
Yeah, and he also does Ronnie Dio in
Dio
Disciples. Yeah.
Yep. So the guy's just a phenomenal singer.
Yeah, he's all over the place. Yeah, he does the Three Tremors with Sean Peck, who's been on the show as well.
We were going to do a couple of shows of him, and then what the hell? Something happened. Did he get sick or something?
Yeah, there's some. Yeah,
we were supposed to do the Three Tremors tour with him out there. In fact, I was going to go to Rochester and special guest with him. I know what happened. I was supposed to special guest with them in Rochester. I was going to go on stage and do a couple of Judas Priest tunes with them, and that was the night our friend Bill Bigelow got killed.
Yeah.
So I didn't go because a good friend of ours unfortunately got killed in a car accident, and thought it was more important to go to his family. But
yeah, totally understandable. Boy, you got a lot of people dying over by you.
Don't hang around.
What's going on? Actually, you know what? Let's just end the show. Thanks for coming on.
just go out there and start pointing the bolo like from Bloodsport to say, "You are next."
Yeah.
It's too funny. But yeah, Ripper's awesome, and I can't wait to hear him on the new song. So I can't wait for you to send me that. I'm really excited to hear that.
Yep, I definitely will send that to you tonight. I'll send you the song Rise. I think you'll be surprised. At the end of it, Ripper creates a choir of his own, and then at the very end, he sends me this message. He says, "Because Ripper's a David Bowie fan too."
Oh, you would never even know the way
he handles his inner David Bowie at the very end, the last two lines of the song. It's like, wow. It's like the song will give you chills. I mean, it really will. What he did with on the Epic album, Ripper just, because I produced it, Ripper followed what I said. I produced the Great American album too, but I gave Ripper free reign onto it. I said, you want to add stuff? I said, let's do this. And he really got into the song Rise. I mean, he made that song his own.
He gave us so much to work with.
He did it.
Yeah, it's just incredible.
An emotional feeling because he knew what the song was about and stuff. And that was his second album with us, and he had played with us several times live. So he's now got a feel for the band. I mean, we're really tight as a unit when Ripper's on stage with us. Because usually, otherwise I'm the lead singer, but I prefer to have Ripper sing, so it's great.
Who wouldn't? It's Ripper.
But it's great because we can harmonize with him. Last time, doing 3-part harmonies with the guy. And so the last show he did with us, matter of fact, people don't realize this, maybe you don't even know, Ripper's a great guitar player.
I had no idea.
Well, he came on stage and he walks over and at our show, he grabs Scott's guitar and he starts, he's doing some AC/DC.
Yeah.
And then he goes in a little bit of Fast Way. And then he looks at our drummer and says, do a drum beat. And we just freaking tore up Living After Midnight. And he played the solo line over and over. And I mean, it was a blast. I mean, the whole crowd went crazy when he did that. But that guy can play guitar.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I had no idea.
All we know is him as a singer because he's sang in like almost all the bands that Wayne loves and we've covered.
Actually, Jugulator was I'm younger than everyone else, was the first Judas Priest album I bought as a new release.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. Love
it. Actually, mine too. That was my first Judas Priest album. Even though I liked Judas Priest before,
Liar.
but not
That's-
really
that
enough.
was a lie.
No, I
That's
swear to
a-
God. I swear to God. Where? I remember where I bought it, and yeah, it was the first one I bought.
We were Unleashed in the East.
Unleashed in the East and British Steel.
British Steel.
Those were the,
We seen Priest so many times. It was like,
yeah.
Last time I seen him, we had free passes. They sent us passes.
Priest with Deep Purple.
Deep Purple, and Priest opened for Deep Purple.
Oh, wow, jeez.
Interesting combination.
Yeah.
It should have been the other way around. Deep Purple.
As you see how good this combo is with Greg froze in the standing O face as this is going on at the same time. This is great.
Oh, he left.
Ah. Just Greg sitting there going,
Yeah. Oh, well, I got this on record, so I can make a video out of that later.
you got now it's my turn, I guess. Here next,
Yeah, I
with
hope
the
so.
creepy face.
Mhm.
You missed it 2 episodes ago. Our other co-host Lou was talking about David Lee Roth and got caught with like this really creepy grin. And so it's been a running joke of this podcast of like everyone has to get a weird freeze moment during the middle of an interview.
And Greg had his today. It's too funny. When you guys come up with the music, do you get into a room? Do you do like old school, or do you send files online, which is like the new way to do things? And
So what we usually do is like I'll record it at home and then send it over to these guys, and then but we have our rehearsal hall. It's a one-room schoolhouse. Hell, started out in the slaughterhouse. Old slaughterhouse where you have to clean up the blood and shit like that, and we go in and rock, and so then I bought the schoolhouse, and we ended up moving over there. But it was originally we called it the Shack.
Okay.
Yep, and we had a lot of parties in that place too. After the pigs were gone, we brought our own in.
True story. One of the songs tells the story.
Stand Back. The song Stand Back talks about where we started, and people laughed at us, used to point their fingers at us. We say, "Oh, we're gonna be rock stars." They all laugh. The same people come, "Hey, can we get free passes to your show?" "No, you can pay $50 for it."
That's the way to get back at them.
And we had a lot of people that used to laugh at us, and I was like, now the same people are going, "Oh yeah, I knew you. I always knew you guys were gonna make it." We're like, "Well, cool. That's great." Now we don't have attitudes. We treat everybody the same. It's got to be. You can't have an attitude, and that's one thing I love about Ripper is the guy. We sit down, we have a beer with him, we laugh, we joke. He's the most down to earth guy you'd ever meet in your life. And
Yeah.
somebody has done as much as he's done. I mean, you wouldn't realize. I mean, like the movie Rockstar about him, and he'll talk about that and tell you, lots of different things. We've had some great stories.
Wow.
Very cool.
He's one guy. I've actually tried to get him on the show. I talked to him a few times on Facebook, but things just never worked out to get him on the show. But it will eventually.
Busy
I'll
guy.
get there.
He's a busy guy. Yeah, I think we're gonna. You never know, because when the new album releases and stuff, we've talked to him about doing some interviews for us. And I mean, he's working on some other projects and stuff.
Yeah.
Once our album hits, and we're projected to hit May 15th is what we're hoping.
Okay.
It's been done. We've got it done. It's all done, mastered, and just ready, waiting for the final signatures with the record label.
Very cool. And I think I saw the artwork. I think it was on Instagram earlier today.
Yes.
It's got the flag on the front cover. So
Yes.
it's the final artwork.
Yes, that is. It's got that hammer in there. It's got the HH. We actually had that hammer designed. Everybody thought at first,
Really?
that hammer, I actually own the rights to that hammer. We had the guy, Stannis Decker. He's a famous artist in France. He does Megadeth, Oyster Cult. He's done Maiden. Every major artist has hired this guy, and we got him. He did the Epic album cover for us too. But that hammer, it actually, if you turn, it's got our logos engraved into it and stuff.
Trying to get the picture there.
That's it right there. So that hammer, if you blow that up with your fingers and you turn it, you look at the front of it, you'll see the HH logo on the hammer.
Oh yeah.
You see it
on the side there. Yeah.
Yep, there you go. And it's on the front of it too. That's hammer's turned just enough where you can actually see it on the front.
Oh
of it.
yeah. Yeah.
Little things like that. I come up with little ideas like that. Just, I think it's kind of neat to figure that
Check
out.
out the Epic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's dark. It's very you got Thor's hammer almost look on there, and it's cool with the American flag. I like that. I like the logo too. Who came up with the design for the logo?
Scott Braun, our friend, he's a photographer for Michael Schenker, Judas Priest. He's a good friend of ours, and he's always worked with us. He came up with the logo for us. He's shot us how many times? Numerous times.
Good guy.
Great guy. Yep, he is. And he's a good friend of ours. And we're hoping that he comes along with the label, whatever label will go with it, they'll bring him along too. He's a graphic design too. But he actually was the creative director for this. So I handed it to Scott and I said, here's the ideas I have. You take care of it. The same thing with Epic. So he goes and takes care of it. He sends it back to me. Here's the ideas. And I just finally approve them. But he knows spot on, but pretty much what we're looking for there.
All right, very cool. Awesome. All right. Well, where can people go to find your band and everything about you guys?
Well, they go to www.heldhostageband.com or the Facebook Held Hostage Band on Facebook, Instagram,
yeah. And occasional Twitter once in a while.
Yeah, Twitter. We don't get on there that much, but we should.
Stay away from Twitter.
Silly place.
Please.
Don't go there.
Very dangerous.
And of course, we're on all the, Amazon and, Spotify's and iTunes, all that stuff, everybody's on it.
Yeah, and all the streaming
Streaming
applications.
So we're getting rich from streaming. So
Yeah.
All right.
I got my eye on a Bic lighter. I'm hoping to get the next fight.
It's gonna be like what?
Yeah. If you go to if you do Anchor, after once in a while, you might actually get enough for a $5 foot long from Subway.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can get 2 cheeseburgers for $5 there. You see, there you go.
Yeah, so
There's
there you
one
go.
There you go. Well,
Hopefully in 3 or 4 years, we'll be able to go to dinner and for cheeseburger.
yeah.
I mean, they send it's almost ridiculous. Like you get $11 from them and $17. It's like, back in the 80s, you got royalty checks for $1,700,
Right.
We
Yeah.
get things, it's like in pennies. I mean, I think we got one for like $9.40. I'm like, where the hell are you going with that?
Came in and I'm like,
Yeah.
And that's for all of you to share.
Yeah.
So calm down.
You guys all have to share the gallon and a half of gas. Exactly.
Yeah, especially in this day and age.
Yeah, right. It sucks. It's sad, but but you guys are doing it for the right reasons, and it's not for the money. It's for the charities and to help people and everything. So that's the right reasons, and that's
It is. And
good with me.
while doing that, we've been able to make a good living too. Because there's no saying pigs eat and hogs get slaughtered. We're not out there to hurt anybody. We're out there to help people. And we've done a lot of free shows where we just came in and said, guys, it's going to cost us money to play. Well, it's the right thing to do. And and all those people, when we're playing a show, all of a sudden they're all buying our tickets, or they're buying our CDs, they're buying our T-shirts. I mean, God, I think we sold 1,100 T-shirts last year alone.
Oh wow.
And I don't know, 3,000-4,000 CDs. It was pretty good, and that was just from helping people. They just said, "Hey, we want to buy it."
Yeah.
You
Cool.
on the world is to pass that on to help those, where
It
it's
does.
needed.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
but I
Awesome.
think
Well-
you're doing like Rise. And after I send that to you, I want you to send me back an email and tell me what you think of it.
I definitely will. I'm very anxious to hear that. So can't wait till you send that to me.
I will definitely get it out to you.
All right.
Thanks,
Very
Evan.
cool.
Wow, this is cool. Very cool.
Very cool.
Call us again, because definitely I think maybe we'll try to bring Ripper on the next time with us.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Yeah, I'd like to have you guys on again. Yep, and we'll talk about.
Oh, yeah,
the album
most
and everything.
definitely, because we can. I mean, this is a pretty much free form. We can BS about anything we damn well please on this, because
That's what I'm like.
Wayne tries to keep us on topic, but that doesn't really. Yeah, if you railroad him enough, he'll let you talk about whatever you want.
Within reason. I mean, if we're gonna talk about Motorama,
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, so no. I think we tried to talk about anything but that movie, because I think we drugged that show an hour and a half longer than that movie requested. But hey,
yeah, it was fun anyway. But
I'm still so annoyed I had to sit through that and waste 85 minutes of my already short ass life, and then my phone wouldn't work to get on there.
yeah,
he never got to show up to the actual show that we did to review the movie, so he watched it for nothing.
Yeah,
You guys don't-
he had to suffer through nothing. Well, I sat there and had to tap out and had to do palate cleansers, like go watch for Night at the Movies by the Marx Brothers, just to freaking get through the damn film. But yeah, Greg freaking is over there. Oh, my phone breaks. Oh, oh, hey, what's this? Oh no, my phone doesn't work. Squirrel.
Before we leave, is there any new bands that you guys have been listening to at all, or any bands that you've played with that you really like?
Boy, that's
Yeah.
the
The new stuff. I don't know. We're entrenched classic guys here. I mean,
we kind of are too, a little
know,
bit.
it's,
So I understand.
I'm trying to get them to branch out, and they keep going back.
Well, if you hear the stuff that he sends us to listen to, you
Whoa. No, sir. I
Well,
sent you a good one and you chose the bad one. All right.
okay, I will agree with you on that one.
It wasn't my fault you chose Ginger over Spirit Box.
All right, next time.
I'm sure there's some great bands out there. When I'm writing music and stuff like that, it's all just a feel. I just pick up the guitar and I feel it. And I think, like you say, when we're doing the master, when I wrote that riff for the master, I was like, it was just something. I said, I'm going to write an iconic riff.
well,
I
you
told him.
did. You were up early in the morning.
Yep.
You wrote. He calls me up. You know, hey, I just wrote this iconic riff. You got to hear it. He says, get over here. You know. So okay, hold on. I'll be there as quick as and it was. I mean, it just absolutely was, and it's just those things, and you do that frequently. I mean, there's times I just wrote this other great thing. Come on, you got to check this out, and that's what keeps it fresh for us. And it just,
Right.
But again, you're drawn from that whole lifetime of.
Some of the best songs didn't make the album, so the next album's even going to be even better. I mean, there's some great. We had to decide, what to put on there. But I mean,
don't leave those on the cutting room floor. Metallica might steal them and make a new album out of it.
yeah, there you go. They're right there in the 24 track.
All right, well, I really appreciate you guys coming on the show. I had a lot of fun, and good luck with the new album. Great, what is it called? Great American Rock, right? That's the name of it.
We went back. I wanted to go back to the roots of rock and roll, what it's all about, and that's where I came up with the name Great American Rock. Somebody's talking, and everybody's like, "What kind of band are you? Death metal? You this? You that?" It's like I said, "We're a great rock band." So then I said, "You know what? We're a Great American Rock band. Our next album's gonna be Great American Rock."
Well, it definitely fits the style
works.
of you guys, so it works.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. So thank you again for coming on the show.
Thank
We
you,
hope
guys.
to talk to you again soon. And everybody watching can go to their websites, and you can also go to our website. You can also hit subscribe to our YouTube channel, but you can also go to ratsaladreview.com. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, Anchor. Just look up Rat Salad Review. You'll find us. All right. And we will see you guys next time. What are you saying?
Thanks, guys.
and just to clarify for everyone, because I really want them to find the website, make sure you type in heldhostageband.com, because
Yes.
there are a lot of fucking crappy action movies named Held Hostage.
Yes, there are. Yes.
Thank you, Greg, for clarifying that, picking up where Lane left that off, and actually, doing the work for him to do properly.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Toner did good
And-
for once. All
And,
right.
and definitely check out Held Hostage Band on Instagram. You guys got a bunch of cool stuff on there.
Thank you.
Definitely do. All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
And
guys.
everybody, see you next week. Bye-bye.